Alright, hey viewers, this is another video from Rogue Status. Sadly, we're not on our rogues. We're giving you a guide on Unholy Dks. Boss God Swag is Junior. Me Mortal is Torador. Frostbite is Dead Things. And Valdo, well, Valdo is just Valdo. Okay. Let's get into the talent tree for Unholy DKs. And I'm sorry for not having all of it, but I'm only level 68. I just wanted to give you guys what it looks like. Basically, the talent tree for a good PvP DK, I'll read it through. The first thing you want to raise is Unholy Command for that death grip. You know you got to get the casters up in your face as fast as possible. So you need to get the death grips off. Virulence. Virulence is a big thing because your diseases do all your damage. Because Unholy DK is made for kiting. So you want to have your diseases on the target and then kite. Epidemic is optional because, you know, diseases, you can keep refreshing the diseases. It's not that big of a deal. I raised it only because I'm a low level and having the disease on the target could kill them in a BG while I'm trying to get away. Desecration is a must if you're PvPing. It keeps people slowed. It's good for peeling off your heals. It's good for just about everything. This is not needed at all. Resilient infection, definitely not needed. It's good, but it's not. Usually people don't dispel diseases. They just heal through them. Mobility, definite must for when you raise Lichborn. It increases the healing of of Death Coil when you use it on Lichborn. Definite must. Unholy Frenzy. This, I think, is probably the most unuseful buff and burst, because it also saps you of your HP every 3 seconds. So, say I'm bursting down someone, I'm gonna pop Unholy Frenzy. 1 second. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna pop Unholy Frenzy here, and it'll start sapping down my HP for every time that I have it up on me Mortal. Even though he's a high level, so it won't really do anything, it's still gonna sap down his HP. Yeah, I wish I could have done it on me. That would have made more sense. But whatever. The next thing we want to raise is magic suppression, because you need to get the anti-magic zone. Like I said, I didn't raise it because I'm still a low level. I'm just giving you the DK experience. This is pretty optional, because if you're going to be kiting, you really don't need to be hitting people too much. But you can put a couple into this. Not a big deal. But you must have 3 in magic suppression. Death's Advance, definite must. I haven't spec'd into it yet because I just got my combo points. Not combo points, hear me, I'm talking like a rogue. The talent points, I haven't gotten enough yet. Anti-magic zone, definite must. You can use anti-magic shell, and then go into anti-magic zone. So it's just reducing all of that mage damage or warlock damage. Good. Unholy Blight, definite must. It's another dot for you. It does decent damage, and it's pretty good whenever you use Death Coil. Improved Unholy Presence, also very good, but it's not really needed in PvE PvP unless you like going Blood Presence for the survivability. Still stupid, but you know, people have their own opinions. Dark Transformation, definite must. When you hit up 5 Death Coils on healing a target or hitting a target, it gives your ghoul these charges called Shadow Infusions. Once you get 5, you can turn your ghoul into a Dark Transformation, a huge ghoul. He gets like all these cool buffs. Like if you read over their moves, it says Dark Transformation, and then it blah blah blah, whatever the upgrade is. That's really good. Ebon Plaguebringer. It's needed, but it's not too beneficial. I would raise it still because if you're kiting, your dots will do a lot more damage with Ebon Plaguebringer. So probably spec into that, yeah. Sudden Doom is a good thing to have, because when you're fighting, let's say, a melee, and you need to get your Dark Transformation off faster, you have a chance to get off another Death Coil with no cost of Runic at all, so it's really good. And your Gargoyle, of course, you know, who wouldn't want that nice little 4 to 5k hit every couple seconds. Not bad. And now I'm going to go to me mortal, and I'm gonna show you the frost part of the unholy. Even though you spec into frost, you raise definite, you raise icy reach because you want to reach with the chains of ice. You want to get them in range. Runic power mastery, that's just so you can go into the next row and get your Lichborn. Like I said, you just get it to get it. Lichborn, definite must. It saves your butt so many times. It saved Valdo in our threes. It saved Frostbite because he's blood, so it saves him constantly. And Immortal, I mean, it just saves him too. On a pale horse, it's optional. You could go between this and bladed armor. And if you're kind of squishy, you can go into blade barrier. That reduces the damage, so that's pretty good. I'll go into glyphs really quick, and then I'll go into reforging, even though I don't have any gear to reforge. You want the glyph of death coil, definite goodie, really good. You could go in the glyph of scourge strike, increases your shadow damage of scourge strike, and glyph of raised dead, definite really cool move, definite must. It increases the damage of your ghoul, and who wouldn't want to be kiting and your ghoul's hitting 5 to 10Ks without dark transformation up, and then you put it up and it just does even more damage. Major glyphs, you gotta have that anti-magic shell glyph. It saves your butt. That extra 2 seconds could be the 2 seconds you need to get on a target. In major glyphs, there's not too many good things. You could raise dark secure. That's pretty good. When you kill a target, you get that extra heal off of death strike. Glyph of death grip, not really needed, like I said. This is more of a PvE thing, Pestilence, because that's for AoE. And strangulate, not really needed because it increases duration of strangulate, but I mean, you use it anyway and it's 5 seconds already, so it's not bad. And these, you could just pick whatever you want. I would go with Resilient Grip, Horn of Winter, and Blood Tap, because, you know, those are just really helpful. And you could do this one, because it also, well, that's not really too good. But whatever. That's what you should raise. Now for glyphs, even though my gear, I mean, for reforging, even though I can't reforge, your hit has to be at 8%, I mean 5%. That's a definite must, so you don't miss on the level 80s, 85s, I mean. Definite must. Then you go into crit, over haste, over mastery. Mastery, I believe, increases your ghoul's damage, which isn't too great, but you could go into mastery instead of crit, but I would go into crit. Crit's a little bit better. And that's really it. Once you get the crit and the mastery going, because haste is pretty stupid for Unholy. Since you're already in Unholy Presence, I don't have that. It's just your haste is already fast enough. And yeah, that's just about it for Unholy. We went through glyphs and reforging and talent trees. That's really it, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll be having Frost DK, PvP, and PvP blood, PvE blood, and PvP frost, so be ready.